All right, so we've talked about this once already this offseason, and it's been brought back to our attention. Still looking at the quarterback situation for Minnesota. I think it's time to move past it. However, there's some more rumors swirling around, and this time it was sparked by ESPN insider Adam Schefter. We could potentially see a reunion in Minnesota. So let's get right to it. Before we do, shout out to our affiliate partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these mini helmets, the link for that is in the comment section, and use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a small discount on your purchase. They have NFL helmets, college helmets, fully customizable ones. So if you really need, a souvenir around the house, maybe a gift for somebody, or maybe you need a new helmet for your high school team or maybe college, or whatever the case may be, Green Gridiron is the place for you. You don't have to get a Minnesota Vikings helmet to support the channel. You can get whatever type of helmet you want. So make sure to hit that link, use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN at checkout to receive that discount. And if they already have a deal going on, you can actually stack the promo code to receive even more off of that final price. So let's get right into it. A potential reunion with the Minnesota Vikings. I guess we'll talk about it. As if the rumor mill buzzing with Aaron Rodgers and JJ McCarthy speculation hasn't been enough this offseason, the NFL is entering another level with Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings talk ahead of this week's NFL draft. It's all thanks to ESPN's Adam Schefter, who mentioned the Minnesota Vikings and Pittsburgh Steelers when discussing the Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins' future. Funny, the Vikings and Steelers are also the teams most commonly connected to Aaron Rodgers. That could be noteworthy, but in this instant, Adam Schefter is talking about teams that could trade for Kirk Cousins, adding the Falcons are allegedly asking trade partners to pay $20 million of the $45 million in guaranteed money left on his contract. This is what Schefter wrote on Monday. There is a feeling around the league that a team, whether it is the Vikings or Steelers, might be willing to pay down roughly $10 million. How much any team would be willing to pay also would influence the compensation it gives up. The higher the payment, the lower the draft compensation. The lower the payment, the higher the draft compensation. The Atlanta Falcons and Kirk Cousins, who has a no trade clause, recognize their future is not together, and how it will play out could very well be influenced by this draft. Funny, okay, Aaron Rodgers went on national TV last week and said that he's willing to play for $10 million. Coincidence? It's getting a bit conspiracy theory-ish in here, but so it goes when dealing with the NFL. Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, and Vikings leadership that hasn't publicly ruled out Aaron Rodgers and hasn't told McCarthy, who hasn't taken a regular season snap in the NFL and is coming off a knee surgery that required a biological injection months later, that he's actually quarterback one. They haven't said anything. They're leaving all options. Every option is open at this point in time. Now, it is leaning more towards JJ McCarthy being the starting quarterback, but the door is still at least cracked open a little bit at the quarterback position. Now, all of this is happening while the Minnesota Vikings Minnesota Vikings Super Bowl window is wide open, and they did everything possible in free agency to strengthen the glaring weaknesses on the offense and defensive line that resulted in their 14-win season in 2024, ending with a playoff victory. So, are the Vikings interested in paying $10 million and whatever Kirk Cousins would command on a new contract to come in and start ahead of McCarthy? Would they pay down some of his guaranteed money and give up draft compensation to have Cousins mentor McCarthy and be the backup? If they're actually entertaining the idea of bringing Cousins back and giving him a chance to win the starting job, why not go the cheaper route and give Aaron Rodgers $10 million to play without giving up draft compensation? So there's a lot to kind of dive into there, but here's what I'm going to say. Kirk Cousins will not get a new contract. Okay? Plain and simple. If he were to come to Minnesota, it'd be strictly on a one-year deal or whatever is left on his. I think there's like 3 years or something ridiculous left on his Atlanta Falcons contract. But I would assume it would be a 1-year deal. You're coming here. You're the starter or you're the backup. I look at it as this: Cousins, Rodgers. I know which one I'm taking. And you guys might be upset with it. I'm taking Aaron Rodgers. Why? Well, I still think he has a little bit left in the tank as opposed to Kirk Cousins. Yes, Kirk Cousins played in this offense and he did well, okay? He had success. But if you watched the tape last year, Aaron Rodgers looked way better than what Kirk Cousins looked. Kirk Cousins didn't really have much zip on the ball, and what he did, it was every now and then. It didn't seem like he was back to Kirk Cousins prior to the Achilles injury. And that worries me. Rodgers had an Achilles injury as well. Looked way better than Kirk Cousins did. So I would take Rodgers. But I think if we're looking at this realistically, it's the J.J. McCarthy era. Plain and simple. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You pick this guy at 10th overall. It's time to pass the reins. And today, I believe Kevin O'Connell had a press conference and said there's been zero limitations on J.J. McCarthy at this point in the offseason, which is great news. That means he is ready to rock and roll. He already knows the playbook. He's running through, plays and stuff like that. He's staying in shape. The knee seems to be A-okay 100%. He is locked up and ready to go to be the starting quarterback. That's the route I believe Minnesota is going to go. Do I see a reunion? Nope. But you never know. Things could happen. The NFL is a wild, wild place. So you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of the night, folks, and Skol Vikes.